It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at this team's veteran wide receiver. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. Great game in store for y'all, and it comes your way next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up in the booth alongside Brock Ewart, I'm Kate Scott, and we are grateful to be up here today because, well, it's been raining pretty heavily all day, and that's certainly going to make it challenging to operate if you're either one of these offenses, Brock.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Kate. Now, hopefully you practiced this week knowing some rain was in the forecast. Hopefully everybody on the sidelines, the umpire on the field, and all the footballs they will use today shuttling in and out, you can have that grip. And I'll also say this.
Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And this contest is officially underway. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And it's going to be second down. Looking to the air here. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Bails out of the pocket quick. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still second down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Gets him on the in route. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still second down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know I love the language of football. Just the terminology that comes with it. It's a whole new language out there. But in many playbooks, Kate, that's called cross-country. Speaks for itself. You got to run from one spot all the way across the field. Those two did it very well.
Has it at the 7. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it, 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And he gets in. Touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one right down the middle. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give them a first down. Throwing off the play fake here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down. Second down now, 7 to go. Pass play now. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Still sticking with the passing game. Complete out to the right. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. Working inside the red zone. Completed to his running back. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's a handoff. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Starting at the 10. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home teams and their running back about to get back to work. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's second down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First and 10, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter two. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He'll throw it. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. He's dropping back to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And they're going to have a first down. There's a handoff up the gut. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. A tight end in motion now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cut out left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Punting unit out now. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. Second among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They'll run it from the gun. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He puts one through the uprights, and now he'll send it towards the other end zone. His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. And he's stopped after getting this down to about the 44. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. And it sets up first down. That puts us at the 2-minute warning. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing from the gun. And a man is there to knock that away. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they face second down.
It's second down and 10.
They'll throw it. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Putting a receiver in motion. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The offense getting set to go. And this close to their end zone, they have got to be careful, but still enough time that they could mount something of a drive here before the half. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Pass play coming here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And they're going to be set up in great position to begin their drive. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or at the 31. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got first down from the 31. Looking for a throw here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Setting up a throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. This offense getting one final possession here before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. throwing from the gun here. Throw left side, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing it just before halftime. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. So we've reached halftime. Only a 6-point difference between these clubs. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 31-21, the final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they have the lead in that one as that game's gone to halftime. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Ewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
3 yards almost gets them back to even, but it's going to be 3rd and 11 now. Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll give them a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. He's going to throw this one. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They send him left out of the slot. 2nd and 10 now. Dump off caught by his back. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. They're throwing it. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
From the red zone now. It is caught left side. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Goal to go, they're passing. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. So before 3rd down, whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. Sending the tight end in motion left. Here he is on 3rd and long. Looking for an open man. Throw caught by his running back. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Whether they meant to go to him or as an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a 1st down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense getting all set for this series. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Simple dive up the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 34. Dumped off to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. He'll look to throw. This one falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Still sticking with the passing game. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To throw here on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll give him a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Option design here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
The tackle made back at the 13-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's just a field goal game right now as we get set for our final quarter. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. This throw is caught. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and throw it here. Has it down close. He has the touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. That count runs their offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 29. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. 3rd down from the gun. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Makes the catch and gets the feet in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. He's on the move. He's going to tuck it and run. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And they'll have 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
That one right down the middle. And these guys take a 3-possession lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense ready to get going again now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing from the gun here. Cut out left. Escapes, breaks through, and he might break away. Give him 32 on that play. And that gives them the 1st.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Give now to the running back. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. They go play action here. Catch is made in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Working quickly here. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. There's a give, left side. And he runs it across, touchdown. These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Now they'll try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys cut the lead down to 10.
Visitors 17.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And this onside kick doesn't go their way. The hands team makes the cover. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and
4. Another carry for him. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. One of the tight ends motioning right. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Back to the well again. Has some space inside the 15. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw now. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. What a game for our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.